Hello the internet and welcome to The Spit Take. I'm Jack O'Brien, I'm the editor-in-chief of Cracked, and you know when great American directors see a perfect foreign language film and are filled with the urge to spend millions of dollars destroying everything that's beautiful about it? Well, it turns out that's actually a two-way street, but with the other countries devoting significantly less money to recreating Hollywood's greatest movies as mentally ill people would experience them. For instance, Bollywood remade Silence of the Lambs, but added a scene in which Hannibal Lecter seduces Clarice Starling inside a hallucination of a juicy fruit ad. Oh, also, meet the Indian Buffalo Bill. What you're seeing is the opening scene from Batman from the Planet Eros, a 1982 Italian porno which literally begins with a mustachioed Dark Knight joyriding a bicycle through the daylight on a dairy farm. This was consumed on video, so they may not brag about it, but when they were younger, your parents had to fast forward past 70 seconds of Batman walking his bike uphill before just going to town on their boners. Don't worry, Batman villains eventually show up, dressed as a costume party where nobody gave a shit. The movie doesn't add much to the Batman mythos, beyond a canonically dubious scene where Commissioner Gordon's wife gets fresh with a gherkin.
Do something, Tommy, help them!
Objectively speaking, the top 5 Jawses are Jaws the movie, Jaws the ride, Jaws the henchman, the Jaws of life, and the 1975 Japanese comic book. Against all odds, the Japanese Jaws comic was not about a horny octopus on the prowl for lonely Massachusetts housewives, and was full of unflinchingly raw cartoon shark violence that made Spielberg's Jaws look like Atank, the name of the Bollywood Jaws from 1996, in which the shark screams the whole movie. Bollywood Jaws features the greatest shark harpoon helicopter crash murder trifecta ever, and culminates with the scene from Free Willy, if the kid had pulled the most upsetting double cross ever halfway through Willy's jump. And that's not even the Jaws we're talking about, because the list of the 5 worst Jawses goes Jaws 3, Jaws N64, Jaws 4, The Revenge, Atank, which we just watched, followed by Jaws 5, aka Cruel Jaws, a no-budget 1995 Italian film about an exhausted shark who's abandoned all animal instinct and simply decided to be a dick. You'd think such a film would lack the balls to lift footage directly from Steven Spielberg's film, because you underestimate how passive-aggressive and impressively meta the gods of Jaws can be to their fans. They even managed to recreate Chief Brody's classic "Smile You Son of a Bitch" sequence, albeit with a screaming woman inexplicably pouring gasoline on her head. In fact, the film's only saving grace is its hero, Marine Park Hulk Hogan.
It's good to have you back here with us, Billy.
It was terrible.
In the 70s and 80s, enterprising Turkish filmmakers attempted to clone blockbuster classics like Rambo, Superman, The Wizard of Oz, Jaws, The Exorcist, Star Trek, Rocky. There was even a lima bean-shaped garbage monster version of E.T. who replaced E.T.'s glowing heart with panicked farting. But of all the Turkish mockbusters, perhaps the most willing to take creative liberties was 1973's Three Giant Men, which saw Turkish Captain America and a Mexican wrestler, for some reason, team up against the nefarious Istanbul gangster, Spider-Man. That's right, Spider-Man is the bad guy. His only superpower is to resurrect himself from the dead again and again, because spiders in Turkey are apparently biologically immortal. Turkish Spider-Man and his unkempt eyebrows spend most of Three Giant Men committing murder with guinea pigs, boat propellers, telephone cords, hat pins. P.S. If you're friends with idiots, show them some scenes from Three Giant Men and breathlessly claim it's leaked footage from Captain America Civil War. Insist, they'll clean it up in post. Then get new friends who are more on your level intellectually. In the 1978 sci-fi flick The Boys from Brazil, Sir Laurence Olivier plays an aging Nazi hunter who uncovers a secret plot to clone Hitler 94 times, presumably to breed the world's first all-Hitler marching band. But as crazy as that plot sounds, it doesn't hold a candle to Hitlar, that's Hitler with an A, a 1980 Pakistani film that seems to owe at least some creative debt to The Boys from Brazil. Hitlar tells the story of Adolf Hitler's secret half-Pakistani son, who the dictator sired after escaping to Pakistan once Germany dropped the atomic bombs on Japan. In the middle of the film, Hitler recruits an army of angry bears to vanquish the hero. Why bears? Because Hitler has his own disco theme. Am I having a stroke? Have you ever wondered what would happen if E.T. traveled across the solar system with the express goal of going to town on the cast of Downton Abbey? That's the plot of the 1996 German straight-to-VHS remake of E.T., in which a woman wearing a half-rotting, crotchless E.T. costume made of wolf leather wanders around a Victorian manor, following people dressed like the original cast of Hello Dolly as they pleasure each other like a trail of giant, horny Reese's Pieces. Make no mistake, this is an adult film, so we can't show you like 99% of the footage, including the myriad scenes where E.T. canoodles with some gentleman who apparently stole Laurel and Hardy's wardrobe. In fact, this 5-second clip of E.T. staring dead-eyed into the middle distance is one of the few scenes without papier-mâché alien breasts or an Archduke's dong springing into the shot. So is German E.T. the most grotesque aesthetic vision ever produced by human society? Probably, but I think I know how we can make this just way worse. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Please go down to the comments and give me more crazy ass scenes from the history of bootleg cinema. I will be watching you and judging, as will all of your peers.